Hey everybody, and thank you for joining me for episode 241 of Total Ramblings. I don't normally number my episodes in my opening monologue or even verbally, but I happen to know it's episode 241 because today is the first anniversary of my very first episode of this vlog. And I think 241 episodes over the course of a year is pretty damn good. Considering we got a bit of a chicken and egg situation, I bought this, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, in order to do vlogging. And I decided to do vlogging because I'd bought this, the DJI Osmo 3. Bit of a chicken and egg. I have subsequently gone a bit mad with the vlogging equipment. So I've got my Instax 360 X4, a couple of action cameras. I've now gone into drones. I've bought my my telescope. So yeah, bought a new MacBook in order to edit these things a lot faster. So yes, I know I've got a problem. I know I've got a hoarding problem. I'm a terrible person. Before I go on with a sort of review of the year, let's have some very quick words from Liz that I tried to get out of her on Sunday. Let's have a look at that right now. Hello.
Oh,
Wave to the boys and girls. How are you?
alright. Alright.
Yeah? What have you been up to?
Eating
Eating what?
biscuit.
Biscuit? What sort of biscuit?
Viennese roll.
What else have you been doing?
Eating.
Can't just say eating. There's millions of people hanging on your every word. What have you been talking about, saying, doing?
Same as every day.
Huh?
Same as every day.
The boys and girls need to know what that is.
Nothing.
You don't do nothing.
I do.
What have you started doing recently that you haven't done for a while?
Nothing.
That's a lie, isn't it?
No.
You've been in the pool, haven't you?
Oh. Yeah.
What have you been doing in the pool?
Walking.
Walking.
Side stepping.
Okay.
Squats. Lunges. Step ups.
And we went for a walk to reception, didn't we? What were your numbers at?
97.
That's good.
Hit 99 in the ridge.
And then we went for a little wheel around, didn't we?
We did.
Where did we go?
Around the back, past the kitchen. And then back, around the back. Back to the front.
What are you doing this week?
Hydro Monday. Nothing Tuesday. Physio Wednesday. Physio Thursday. Nothing Friday. Shower Friday.
What did you have for dinner?
I think it was turkey.
Yep, looked like it.
And I had it sliced,
Oh,
not minced.
and how was that?
It was very tender and very nice. And I had said to Erica yesterday, if it's nice and tender, I'll have it in slices. But if it looks a bit chewy, please mince.
Tell the boys and girls about your new magazines.
I haven't looked at them.
Pardon?
I haven't looked at them.
No, but the fact that they exist.
They do exist. But I want to return them to her.
Why?
Because it's £10 worth of stuff. And she probably doesn't earn that much. She could even be on 0 hours contract for all I know. Which could be £10 out of money that she doesn't have. That wasn't the idea. The idea was to make the point.
Okay.
A bit blowy out here.
It's nice. Well, I guess that's it then if you don't want to talk.
I've got nothing else to say. I don't
Okay.
do anything.
Say goodbye
I
to
do
the
the
boys.
same things
Say goodbye then.
day in, day out.
Say goodbye then to the boys and girls.
Goodbye, boys and girls.
Right, so there you go. That was Liz being as talkative as ever. What have we learned over the last year? Well, in episode 1 of this vlog, I said I didn't know what this vlog was going to be about. And I think it's fair to say that now I do. It's about me. It's about my interest. It's about whatever floats my boat on the day in question. So, I've done unboxings. I've done reviews of tech, half-assed reviews. I've done reviews of stupid little things like this, I think it's really cool, this thing. I've done reviews and openings of toys. I've done Lego builds. I've done drone flights. I've done life updates. I've been angry a few times. I've given you an update on what's happening in my life and in Liz's life, in my family's life. And I seem to have grown my subscriber base. I've got 255 subscribers at the time of writing. On to 500, right? It's nice that people sort of take an interest in my half-arsed vlogging and reviews and unboxings and stuff like that. And basically the vlog is about whatever I want it to be about. There are numerous sort of playlists that you can look at. If you're only interested in a certain aspect, if you only want to follow the Lego reviews or the Lego builds, you can just do that. If you're only interested in the drone flights, you can just follow those. Basically, everything gets tagged to the Total Ramblings playlist, and then I've got sub-playlists. I've got life, drone flights, Lego, Doctor Who, book readings. Must do more of those. That kind of thing. Sorry, I thought I heard a noise. If you're only interested in certain aspects, you don't have to follow the whole thing, although, obviously it's nice if people do. It's nice that people take an interest in what I've got to say, even though I know I don't always get it right, and sometimes I just talk out of my bottom. Not literally, that would be terrible. So there you go. What's coming up? Well, we've got the second series of Star Wars Andor coming up, and I will definitely be talking about that because Series 1 was amazing. Now, I understand they're going to be releasing sort of three episode chunks at a time. What I don't know is whether I'm going to be doing a single review per episode or a single review per chunk, because I think each chunk takes up like a year of time or something, because we're gradually moving towards Rogue One from where we left Andor at the end of Series 1. So, got yet to think about that. Obviously, we've got a new series of Doctor Who coming out as well. Today, Character Options announced a new John Pertwee figure with a metal sort of vac-formed, sort of not vac-formed, but kind of metalized sonic screwdriver, and a maggot from the Green Death and the Metabilis 3 crystal. It's 45 quid, and I think there's at least 3 variants of the maggot apparently. So I don't know whether I'm going to buy that, because I have come to the conclusion that yes, I do have a hoarding problem. I've got a loft full of Doctor Who books. I've got a room here full of Action Man and 1/6 scale toys. I've got boxes to the right of me here full of Lego and Star Wars toys, and I've got Daleks here. I've got a second garage that I rent out, the Vault, which is full of more Lego. The garage here is full of more Action Man stuff. Yes, I am drowning in stuff, and yes, I do have a problem, and it's constantly preying on my mind, and I probably need to do something about it. Certain recent events in my life have kind of forced me to focus on what I've been doing with my life. So obviously lost my friend Siobhan in December. Over the last year, we've discovered that Liz, my wife, has an incurable illness, and that our son Anthony has the same incurable illness. So, who knows what life's going to bring in the future? I'm fairly certain there's a world war around the corner. So the other part of me says, well, to hell with it. There's a world war around the corner, and everyone around you is ill, and you might become ill at any moment. So enjoy it while you can. Make hay while the sun shines. I don't know which voice to listen to, if I'm honest with you, and it's probably too late for me to change. I will be 54 in 3 months' time, and A leopard can't change his spots and all that. Another thing that's happened over the last year, my kitchen is definitely cursed. I don't know whether it's built on the site of an old Native American burial ground. I don't know what's going on there, but things keep going wrong in the kitchen. Supposedly this Thursday I've got the dishwasher being fixed, and this Friday supposedly I've hopefully got the leak in the floor being fixed, but at the moment we're having to turn the water on and off to kind of manage the situation. I've had a very interesting time at work. I'm enjoying it a lot. So there's that. Bit stressful at times, but apparently that seems to be okay. I've become a bit of a drone flyer, as you will know. My Avata 2, I can hardly fly that because officially, legally, I need a spotter. I broke the rules once with my last flight with my Avata 2, and I didn't have a spotter. I was flying in a clear field, but I didn't have a spotter, and legally I'm supposed to have a spotter with an FPV drone, and I didn't. So I haven't taken it out since because I don't have a spotter. Anthony's not normally here, although he's been here for the last 2 weeks because his grandma's on holiday. Alice isn't normally here, and they don't want to come out with me anyway. They want to be doing their own thing. So I tend to fly the Mini 4 Pro, which is the one that I flew recently around the football stadium, over the construction of the warehouses, over the old home base. And that's my main go-to drone. I've also got the Neo, which I've taken out a few times, but the camera quality is not as good. It's more of a fun sort of thing you might just throw in your pocket if you just want to kind of take it out without having to take all the equipment with you. So yeah, that's kind of added some interesting kind of photography aspects to things. I have been neglecting my regular photography lately, so I've got a lot of different lenses for my mirrorless camera. I need to kind of break that out. Apparently I'm struggling with my diabetes at the moment, so that's probably going to kill me soon. So that's another reason maybe just to carry on and say to hell with it. We appear to have a president of the United States that's gone rogue. Part of the reason for this vlog is that when we do have the eventual nuclear war, that maybe my records will survive and I can be recreated in a digital form somewhere in the far future. And there might be some news on the Doctor Who podcasting front. I don't want to say any more. There might be in the future. I just don't know. So lots of things happening. I'm very busy. But busy being busy, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like so this vlog is about doing what I'm doing right now, rambling. I am just rambling on. I am just talking an absolute load of absolute rubbish, true to the form of the 2 books that I wrote in the very early 1990s, Total Ramblings, and Total Ramblings 2, which I have talked about before. Books that I wrote, that I photocopied at work, that I issued to people, and that people seem to enjoy. And then that name has kind of sat in limbo for over 30 years, Total Ramblings, before I resurrected it for the name of this vlog. And quite often the vlogs do end up with me just doing what I'm doing right now and just rambling on. I had no plans for this episode. I just wanted to talk, and it's all just come blurting out because apparently I've got a lot to say. So there you go. I'm trying not to comment on the political situation in the world at the moment because honestly I do find it very depressing. And it is getting me down. And sometimes I just have to look at what's going on in the world and I just have to kind of laugh. And I realise that some people might say, well, you're expressing your white privilege there. And yes, I probably am. But I'll be honest with you, with the problems I've got at home at the moment with family and people potentially, well, not potentially, but people having incurable diseases and what have you, I think I've got other things to be worrying about rather than world affairs. People say that sometimes the only thing needed for evil to triumph is for a good man to do nothing. I think I'm a good man and I'm doing nothing. And yes, I do feel very guilty about this. And yes, I am trying to justify myself to the future historians who might be watching this. I am doing nothing at this time. There's literally nothing I can do to influence what's what's happening in the United States. I'm not a United States citizen. I've got friends in the US who I don't want to offend or upset. And what can I do to change things? And as I say, I've got other things to fry at the moment, personal issues. If the future historians want to judge me poorly for failing to have intervened, and perhaps, maybe my ticking a box somewhere on a petition might just tip things over the edge, well, okay. There's 8 billion people on this planet now. There was about 3 or 4 when I was born. I'm really not sure that I'm able to do much about this. I'm sorry to the future if I have failed you in any way in trying to stop what I think is inevitably going to happen soon. And I'm pretty certain we've got a war coming up, and not the war that I necessarily expected, with possibly previous allies no longer being allies. Who would have thought that, when you've got someone who's just gone rogue, completely rogue? That's all I'm going to say on the matter. This is the environment we're living in. So I kind of keep my head down, and I'm focusing on, stupid Doctor Who figures and stupid Lego sets and my stupid life, and trying to keep my family in one piece. And, if the future wants to fault me for that, for not doing anything about world affairs, sue me. I'm very sorry. But if I am to be recreated in the future, following the upcoming apocalypse as a digital recreation, you need to know everything about me, right? Including the bad stuff, including the fact that I'm a lazy-ass slacker who failed to stop World War III. I'm very sorry about that. I really am rambling now, and I'm not really sure where this is going now, so I'm probably going to call an end to it there. I would just like to say thank you so much if you have watched, subscribed, liked, commented, shared, done anything to do with this channel or any of my output over the last year. Thank you so much if you're a subscriber. Thank you everybody for watching. I'd like to reach 500 subscribers. That would be nice. I probably should be reviving my career as the world's bestest poet. I've got working on the prototype poet about Hannah Fry, who I've got a big crush on, but I've got a crush on lots of ladies. And I'll never meet her. But, I'm a very lonely old man at home at the moment. So, yeah, might start my poetry career again as world's bestest poet. That would be possibly another angle to kind of vent my spleen on social media, which is what I tend to do. Thank you very much for watching, subscribing, do all of that. If you're not watching or subscribing, then why are you seeing this? If you're not a subscriber, what I'm saying is please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the usual YouTubey stuff that I am actually contractually obliged to say. And here's to the next year of vlogging, another 240 episodes. I don't know if we'll make that many, but thank you so much for taking an interest and watching. Bye-bye.